Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Well, it's afternoon here in England. Hope it's all good where you're at. This is Harjit Kundra, Coach Harjit Kundra, keeping it nice and simple for you because life is complicated enough as it is. So we're going to keep things nice and simple on this channel. Basic, straightforward, effective advice. So today I'm going to talk about your grip strength. So why is your grip strength so important? First of all, think about it from a training point of view. You're going to approach the bar, you're going to do a personal best on your deadlift. Your legs are strong enough, your back is strong enough, your core is strong enough. But what's the missing link there? It is your grip strength. So if the grip is the first thing that's going to go, it doesn't matter how strong you are in the legs, in the core, in the back, it is going to fail, and it's going to fail the whole exercise. And that goes for other things in life as well, but I'm going to use the deadlift as an example to keep it simple as always. But also, actually, you're looking at studies as well. Your grip strength is linked to a healthy lifestyle. So the stronger your grip is, the better you are health-wise, and also from a well-being point of view as well. So there's actually studies that it improves your cognitive abilities. So for example, like your reflexes, it can also be a good reflection on your agility, a positive reflection on even your heart health as well, especially in the older generation as well. And if you think about it from, we hear a lot about mind to muscle connection. If your grip strength is strong, that means actually you have a stronger mind to muscle connection as well. So there again, shining more positive light on the cognitive training side of things and improving those cognitive abilities. So from a health point of view, it is actually important to train your strength, to train your grip and to strengthen it. And also from a like confidence point of view as well. You're going to shake someone's hand, you want to give a good firm handshake, it's going to reflect you in a positive way. So again, grip strength training is important in that aspect as well. So it shows that you're approachable, it shows that you're confident, it shows that you mean business. And actually, if you think about it as well, going back to that deadlift, but also going back to everyday life, grip training is the most fundamental form of strength that we should all have, positive grip strength. Because if you're doing things in your garden, you're doing things in the garage, like I'm in at the moment, you're doing housework or whatever, your grip strength is going to be a positive reflection. It's going to positively reflect on a good job as well. So I feel that it's the most fundamental form of strength training you can do. There's different forms of grip that you can explore as well. So I'm not talking about doing wrist curls and reverse curls. That's fine. That's great for your forearms, but it's not exactly the best thing for your actual grip and also your wrist strength as well. You got to think about it. Your wrist is made up of a delicate structure of tiny bones, so you don't want to keep on going through that repetitive movement of reverse curls and dumbbell curls and so on. So think about it this way: what do we do when we're going to grip something? We flex. We flex the fingers so that we can actually grab a hold of the object that we want to use. So that's the first form of grip strength. Another form of grip strength is between your fingers and your thumb, so your pinch strength as well. And the third form of strength, which is important, is working the extensors. So we've talked about flexing the fingers, so now we want to talk about extending the fingers. So your extensors, muscles at the back of the fingers, have to be strong too, because if there's an imbalance, that's where you can get things like tennis elbow and so on. So I would say, as far as your flexion is concerned, the best, in my opinion anyway, the best exercise that you can do are the farmer's carries. Now, my clients are probably sick to death of me talking about farmer's carries, but I believe that it is again another fundamental exercise that we should all be good at to some extent. It doesn't have to be that you have to be carrying loads of heavy weights, but it is an exercise that we should be all doing, and it's quite a low risk exercise as well. So there's many forms of farmer's carries that you can do: overhead, across the chest, across the back. But I'm talking about your normal farmer's carry. So grabbing a dumbbell in each hand, a kettlebell. Since we're at home, I've been grabbing my sports bag, putting anything in there, anything that's going to challenge your grip strength. So the idea of the farmer's carry is to walk with the dumbbells or the weights at your side, abs tight, squeeze the hands really hard, and that time and attention, that increased time and attention in your muscles is what's going to improve that overall grip strength. So farmer's carry is probably the best, in my opinion, exercise you can do for grip training. Another thing that you can do is use thicker bars as well when you're training. So I mean, in England here, our gyms are opening up next week, which is absolutely perfect. Thick bar training is quite hard to come across in commercial gyms. They're more kind of in specialized gyms. So that's where things like these bad boys come into it. Fat grips. So you've got the extreme ones there, and you've got the normal ones there as well. So normal ones are a little narrower, and the extreme ones, hence the extreme name, are thicker there. So the idea of fat grips, or any other variation of it, is that when you wrap it around the original bar, it's going to make the handle thicker. So anywhere where the handle is thicker, your hands have to work harder to grip a hold of. So if your hands are working harder to grip a hold of the weight, it's going to increase their strength. Just like any other muscle group, if you're going for increasing chest strength, obviously you want to go through progressive overload, increase the weight in a progressive way to build that strength. It's the same thing with your grip. Challenge it and it will get stronger. So fat grips, I mean, I've been using fat grips for, oh God, it must be about 5-6 years now, and it's the best thing I've ever bought for the gym. I've never looked back on it. Great quality, made of solid rubber. Solid, they're not going to break. You're going to have to do something really stupid in order to break them. So highly recommend getting some fat grips. And then why don't you add another challenge to it as well. So when you're going to do your farmer's carry, the dumbbells that you're going to use, or the bag that you're going to use, wrap the fat grips around the handle and perform your farmer's carry. Again, just be warned that you're going to have to drop the weight, because it's going to be a lot harder to handle, to grab a hold of, but it would definitely be worth it. If anything, using the fat grips is a bit of a wake-up call as well. So fat grips, excellent way of increasing your grip strength, and farmer's carry, I would highly recommend that. Okay, pinch grip. So pinch grip is, again, between the fingers and the thumbs, like that. I think where you're pinching the weight. So first thing that will come to mind, and probably will work the best, is grabbing a light plate at your gym. So with the plate, all you're going to do is just pinch it in between your fingers and your thumbs, and you can do farmer's carries with that as well. It'll probably mean that you have to go for a little bit longer, or just standing with the weights by your sides, pinching them this way, and then just holding it for as long as you can hold it for. And again, you want to go for the longer the better with that one. Another exercise that's just come to mind as well is a dead hang. So on a pull-up bar, you're just going to hang from the pull-up bar, and you're just going to hold it for as long as you can too. So dead hang, again, increasing that time and attention, is going to increase that strength. The extensors. Now the extensors, which are going to open your fingers, they can become more underactive. So if you think about it in terms of your chest and your back, if we're doing a lot of chest work, so Monday chest day, whatever, but you're doing chest day every day, but you're not working your back, the chest is going to become overactive, the back is going to become underactive, so you're going to have more of a hunched back like that. So in order to fix that, you're going to have to stretch out the chest and work the upper back, do a load of rows, get that balance back. So it's the same thing with your hands. If the flexors become overactive, but the extensors become underactive, that's where you're going to start to get problems with imbalances. And I've found this personally with me as well, because I do a lot of grip training. If I'm not working my extensors enough, that's where I start to get the old tennis elbow, or or whatever it's called, scientifically, I'm not sure, but you'll get tennis elbow. You get that sharp pain in the dip of your elbow there, which can hinder a lot of moves. It doesn't, it can be legs or body. It's going to hinder your moves. So working your extensors is extremely important. Now, one way where it's so easy to do this, to work your extensors, is that you're going to grab a thick rubber band. Actually, let me just go and grab one over here. So, thick rubber band, you want to go for thickest type. You're going to wrap it around your fingers and around your thumb like that on the outside, kind of like fingernail level. So what you're going to do is you're just going to open it. Oh, there we go. Let's do that again. Don't want it to slip back. You're going to open and close the hands like so. So think of it as though you're doing like a load of reverse curls for your fingers. And you want to keep on going until you feel that burn all the way down your hands, all the way down your forearms. And the great thing about, you know, a rubber band is that it's a rubber band. You know, you can put it in your pocket if you're in the queue somewhere when the shops open back up here. Just bang it out, do some reps there. People probably look at you thinking you're really weird, but whatever, you're doing the best thing you can for your hand strength, for your grip strength. Another way you can do it actually as well is, it's a little bit messier. I haven't done this personally myself because it's just messy. You can grab a bucket, fill it all with a load of sand, and what you're going to do is you're going to plunge your hand into the sand and you're just going to open and close inside there. So the sand is going to add that resistance against the extensors of your fingers. But again, that one is a bit messy and annoying. So rubber band is your best bet there. So those are the three main things that I would recommend working on to improve your grip strength, to rectify any imbalances as well, and just to improve your hand health in general. We forget that hand health is extremely important. So give them a try, see how you get on, and I will bring up some more videos as we go along. I've only just started out on YouTube, so bear with me, I've only got a few up. But hit the bell, hit the subscribe, and I'll keep uploading the videos. Okay, take care. As always, keeping it basic, because life is already complicated enough as it is. Have a good day.